rated high school careers of all time, looking to add a McDonald's All-American win to that.
It was 26 years ago
with their first opportunity to win a national chip.
And here he'll have two McDonald's All-Americans on the floor. Zay Harwell will come off the bench for the East. A long offensive board to Braylon Mullins. And Cam Boozer comes up short. DeBonce's pass intercepted by Mullins. The no-look to Ament. Boozer with a bump. And he picks up the trash.
I tell you what, I got to give Michael Brown a lot of props. So I believe in this year, which happened to be a full sweep for the Boozer twins, won at 15, 16, and 17.
Boozer blocked by Wilson, but a foul. Tell you what, weren't they talking some trash when we talked to them on Saturday? Boozer and Wilson can't wait to get to college next year when they'll face off again.
The most fundamentally sound player in the class is Cameron Boozer. How about the dribble, step through, shot fake to create the foul?
But I love most Caleb Wilson actually trying to guard this. You mentioned it, Ted. This is not played like the typical all-star game. We've seen the last 2 years and the great start here, this one as well, where guys are competing against each other. And we've had conversations with our group of All-Americans time and time again about what NBA scouts want to see from them. And this group is absolutely
talent on the floor. Who do you think gets the MVP? This is a tough one in this game.
You're going early?
Yeah, I got to go early.
Okay, I'm going to go being that we have two, correct? We have one from the East, one from the West.
Correct.
Do that. I'm going Boozer and A.J. DeBonce. I'm going with the two guys we highlighted at the start of this game simply because they may be the two most competitive guys. And out of a lot of competitive guys in this game, I think these two guys are at the top, and they want a win more than anything out here.
I'm going to go Darius Acuff. Darren Peterson.
Okay, because you always go with the guards.
I love guards. You're a guard.
I know. And that's why I'm shocked you go with the guards. You wouldn't have picked me.
I might have back then. May not pick you now.
I wouldn't either.
Who was the MVP in '91, Corey?
It was Chris Webber, and I want to say, Chris Webber was with the West, and it was my roommate, Eric Brunson, back then. He's Rick Brunson now, and of course, he's been streaking down the floor, and now Tunde Yesufu on the floor for the first time in this one. He will be a difference maker immediately.
He certainly was in the scrimmage, and he won the dunk contest last night. Cam Boozer, the head coach. Well, are there really any NBA players on the roster? That question is answered next year with Darren Peterson.
Absolutely. He's got one coming in. Maybe he'll have him for about 9 months for the most part, but he will have immediate impact once he steps on campus.
Oh, Cam Boozer all the way to the rack.
He has that type of athletic ability.
This looks like Carlos here going with the left-hand dunk.
Just control of it. And Peterson misses this time. Boozer on the move. Acuff back to Boozer for the deuce. Oh, Yesufu, college teammate at Houston, scores at the other end.
What a class coming in next year for Kelvin Sampson. You can add Kingston Flemings to that mix. A top 30 player in the class.
And how about the versatility of the lineup for Coach Herman Hareed, who starts a smaller lineup, getting Zay Harwell in the lineup, pushing Nate into the 4. And Boozer.
Well, you said it the other night. You see a lot of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander in his game.
I really do. He handles the ball. He's a lead guard, but he scores the ball best. He can make the assist, run a team, be great in pick and roll. Devin Booker to me is a pure shooter. And Peterson is a scorer, not so much a shooter.
Harwell couldn't hit. Ament on the offensive glass. Tip in by Cameron Boozer.
And he'll make that 20
That's the three.
I tell you what, Zay Harwell has been a great addition to the starting unit of the East team in this second half.
Cam Boozer.
For a long time and then coming back strong. Totally healthy now. He had to wait about 16 months to get back on the court. And he looks terrific.
And he said Houston consistently recruited him throughout. They wanted him no matter what. And Cameron Boozer wrecking the rim.
But how about the play by Nate Ament, keeping his
Overall pick. Whether it be Cooper Flack, whether it be Zion. Against Harwell, no. Wilson tried to follow. Cam Boozer cleared.
There were two guys in the white uniform that got in each other's way trying to get that offensive putback.
Look at Cam Boozer. A free away to the rim. And he draws the foul.
All the years we've been calling this game, It always gets competitive and edgy in the second.
Livingston, Gilbert Arenas is wearing his son Elijah's jersey here tonight. What a moment for him. What a moment for Carlos Boozer as well. We saw Noah Clowney as well with the Nets. Plays his games in this building, home of the Nets. Those NBA bloodlines yet again here at the McDonald's All-American Games.
They are standing strong when you consider some of the guys in the building. Also, not pitcher Brandon Miller, who we just had the McDonald's All-American Game. Seems like yesterday, about 3 years ago, in the building. And also
this kind of talk right now. All right, you are headed to Duke. As a Boozer, you have the family name, the family legend, and you'll be playing with your brother next year. What has been the most fun part about playing with him in this game?
I think just sharing the court with him against other great players. You know, you always want to compete as a competitor, and being able to see my brother shine and being able to shine together is an amazing feeling.
All right, what's the key to getting a win here for the East? You guys are within 2.
Defending open looks.
Let's go.
Thank you.
call it the chase game, PB.
Peterson, too strong on the 3. Mullins brings it in for the East. First time that UConn has had 3 McDonald's All-Americans in the same class, including Mullins. Boozer off the mark.
Number of times throughout his career.
3-time All-Star Gilbert Arenas. Cam Boozer throwing it down.
Tonight it's all about Cameron. 1, 2, 3 dribbles. Great economy of motion right to the basket. The most fundamentally sound player in high school. Breakfast in the morning for the boys. 6 a.m.
Peterson. Oh, rejected by Cam Boozer.
Look at the starting lineups on either side. So Anthony and Ariza will come off the bench. They will be major factors. But Alozie, Sarr, Yesufu, Markovic, and Rive will be the 5 for the world. As for the U.S., Acup, one of the top 5 prospects in this year's recruiting class, along with Michael Brown Jr., A.J. Dibonsa, Nate Amen, and Cameron Boozer, with his elite length at 6'5", and just arms that seem to go for days.
Well, no, I think for American basketball fans, seeing some of these guys that play at the pro level over there, they're coming to now play college basketball. So some names to keep your eyes on here.
Such an interesting prospect at 6'6", 210. Outside jumper a little bit short from Markovic.
See, these Team World bigs can certainly spread it and spray it right there. Markovic pick and pop. You have to be aware with his shooting ability.
Bonsa, leave it. Here's Boozer's first touch. So versatile himself. That jumper falls short. He follows his miss. Leave it. Bonsa with a slam.
Just think for Cam Boozer, the winning plays that he and his floor has taken is a diss. And I think Cameron Boozer has a lot of potential in terms of what he can be right there. I mean, Dame Sarr grinding that drive, physical take, a guy that can add some strength to his frame as well.
Boozer in and out. And a rebound arrived going to UConn next year by way of Germany. Diane splits a pair.
How about that class?
Incredible.
I mean,
class.
You're looking at the people that are up there at the Final Four, and it's a who's who of basketball.
We were talking about the women's side of things, but they have guys like Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard going together along with the Redeem team. It's just a sensational class overall. As Harrelson checks in for the first time for the U.S. Spin, Boozer, score.
There's just not many 5s. This is just one-on-one here. Little pick and pop, size you up, take you left to bring you back with the spin. Cameron Boozer with a ton of ability. We've seen it over the 4-year career from him in high school, and it's going to translate to the next level. I can promise you that.
Carlos, just such a fantastic basketball life.
Part of that.
Rive getting it done again, cleaning up the offensive glass.
Every effort play has gone the way of Team World here.
Oh! Cameron Boozer! Detonation at the...
Here's that Boozer finish. No block out. This is one of those where if you're Eric Rive, you're asking, hey, who's blocking out Cam Boozer? Because he's coming right over the top.
Yeah, Carlos loves it. Yep. Got the Duke hat out. And one more free throw for Team World. They are currently 11 of 15 at the charity stripe. I mean, he's just got great coordination rocking with the black and blue. His twin sons following in his footsteps to be Blue Devils.
Unbelievable group of talent that they had.
Really from, I mean, you could go and pick your year, but 99, 2000,
no,
2001.
They had whether it's Jay Williams or Mike Dunleavy Jr., Carlos Boozer,
Battier,
Shane Battier, like even the role guys just studs.
What a just ridiculous move again.
Cashing out from 3, and then Cameron Boozer just taking his time and getting it done with the right.
So Boozer stays out there. McKenny, Hamenya, Ament, and his brother Caden out on the
that
floor.
often, but that's what that was.
Boozer long strides, floats it, no. Rebound, Pitt.
Good ball up there by Team World. Boozer trying to force the issue, and now they got numbers.
Yesufu.
Good
Hook it.
pass.
Ariza. Oh! Blocked by Boozer. A whistle and a foul, but what hustle from Cam Boozer to get back in time.
There's nothing easy out here. Athletes everywhere on the floor. Team World trying to push that lead out. Cam Boozer with some other ideas. Team USA trying to find their way back in.
Starts with Team World, but the Boozer twins are doing their part for the U.S. Carlos Boozer, national champion in 2001, two-time All-Star in the NBA. And these two guys have been so good. Their jerseys are already retired at Christopher Columbus High School in Miami. The 4 high school Florida state championships and then Chipotle Nationals this year. They come away with the hardwood, get it all the way, and what a perfect and fitting way to cap 2 absolutely incredible high school careers.
Shire, but a Duke guy in itself. Just an awesome story.
Is Carlos FaceTiming somebody, or
He might
is he
be.
just for air? And the cheat code thing in particular, we've seen how Hurley has developed bigs in his short time even at UConn.
Well, I think also with the way that Danny Hurley can scheme up and some of the 5-out offense, with the way he handles and the skill set he's got, you think that he keeps developing that jumper. I can see why Danny Hurley is really excited about getting him on campus.
Boozer, a chance for 3, just puts the head down and spins one home.
But that's the side of the floor where Ribe is going to have to keep improving. Cam Boozer just grinds you out, drives it right by you. And certainly containing a player like Boozer going to be a challenge for Ribe.
So Boozer will go to the free throw line, try to get this back to a 5-point game. Just 2.5 minutes in to the second half. Still waiting for DiBonsa to go back in a takeover mode as well, but Boozer had 10 rebounds in the first half alone.
2 on the basketball, really well done and well executed for the Jam.
Boozer's 3, short. Long rebound, DiBonsa tracks it down. Second chance for the United States. DiBonsa draws the contact. Short. Mirkovic looking up the floor.
What a pass.
Hook it, lob it. Ariza was blocked, but a foul. That was dangerous. Ariza appears to be okay. He had his feet taken out from under him.
Passing first from Mirkovic to just kind of lob this up, and then Pitt throws it up there. They called him, I think, an offensive foul.
They did. They called the offensive foul against. Take another look at it. So it has to be on Jayon Pitt right here. Yeah, that's what they call it.
You don't see that in an all-star setting all that often.
You just don't see a lot of people take charges.
No.
But again, this isn't your typical all-star game.
No, it's not.
Bogey Markovic will check back in. So Markovic and Mirkovic on the floor. I appreciate Marshall Cho for putting us through that. Boozer extends it to 9.
The good news is that you have to say it first, and then I can just kind of like bookend.
Oh yeah, it just make you sound real smart.
Yeah, like as you
Such a
maybe
good
make
teammate.
it, we'll see if you make mistakes, but then I can clean this up here.
Oh, I'm going to be locked in after you just said that. Cam Boozer now. 10 to shoot. Screen. Markovic. Alozier stripped. Boozer so active defensively. Caden has come in and just provided a defensive spark.
That's what he does. And honestly, both of the Boozers have been outstanding in this third quarter defensively.
Cam Boozer rattles home the triple.
How do you guard it? Gets right back in. Then Trey McKinney setting the table. He drags that pick and roll out. You end up popping it. Cam Boozer knows exactly what to do with that.
And he celebrated the bucket like he was Jong. By the world with just an 18-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Boozer, shimmy shake. Boozer aggressive, missed it. Got his own rebound. In traffic, couple of pumps, missed it again. He's gonna stick with the play. And perfect defense from Team World.
Team World hung in there.
We saw what Pettiford meant to that team this year. But transition block again, this time a Lozier. Reload, Boozer, ball fake, and bams it home.
You watch Cam Boozer in this game, you figure out pretty quickly why.
Here in this second half.
And Cam Boozer putting it on the floor and just continues to make winning play after winning play. Winning's dealt with and now play well. Good for him.
3 pressure clutch free throws to tie the game. A couple of weak passes. Can they get it across in time? Acuff just barely does. DeBonta extra. Boozer corner. 3-ball. He laces it.
As good as you could do it there as a help defender. Yesufu being to the ball and just rips him on the dribble drive.
Just a 21-second difference. Shot clock and game clock. 10 to shoot now for Acuff. The World needs one more stop. Boozer just hit a huge 3. Does he have another one in him? Knocked out of his hands. It's loose. He put it up from the deck. Missed it. Rebound. Yesufu. Kenny this time will inbound in front of his own bench, and they're going to foul one of the winningest players in high school basketball history, Cam Boozer, to send him to the line.
I just think that's 2 opportunities thrown away where you could potentially get a steal and maybe even an easy look for yourself.
So Marshall Cho deciding instead send him to the line. Boozer this season in his senior year shot 81% at the charity stripe. He's 3 for 3 so far tonight. 101 career double-doubles over 4 high school seasons. Just nails.
Well, this is where it needs to be talked out for the U.S. team. If this goes in, what's the plan?
Team World does have 1 timeout left, as does the U.S., neither with a foul to give, and the U.S. has the possession arrow. And they'll knock that one away. He stays on the floor, and he'll get it in for Acuff. Guarded closely by Sarr, who played a pivotal role in that comeback towards the end of the 4th. Acuff off the screen, lob it inside. Oh, big finish for Boozer.
There's no doubt. Here's that ball screen. You get downhill, you get that big stepping up with Ribe there, and then you just throw it up and let Cam Boozer do the rest.
Look at his stat line, 20 points, 15 rebounds.
2 of the stars of tomorrow, yesterday, every day. I got AJ and Cam here, and Cam, I want to start with you. Game got a little nutty down the stretch. When you guys went to that huddle going into overtime, what was the conversation? Because you were dominant from there.
We said we're going to be the tougher team. You know, USA Basketball, we have the best 12 players in the country. We're going to go out there and show it. The first half, we had a lull. We weren't playing to the best of our abilities, but at halftime we came out, we talked about being tougher, getting the rebounds, winning the 50-50 balls, and that's what we did second half.
AJ, offensively, second quarter, you...
A 6'9" forward, number 12, Cameron Boozer. A 6'8" forward,
saw the pace of the girls' game, the boys' game so far here early in the first couple minutes, living up to the pace as well, too, as Cenac thought about it. That one off the mark. Here's Flemings. Goes to Boozer. Keeping it cool, calm, and collected on that one.
Absolutely. He is just knows where I'm on the court before I even know where I'm going to be on the court. It's just that twin connection, and so for them to be and Melo, they are at everything. It doesn't matter if it's a big game like this in the Jordan Brand Classic or if it's a camp in Colorado Springs for USA. He gets a consistent three-point jumper like that. He could be a top 5 pick in the NBA draft next year.
Lloyd was trying to do something nasty to the rim on
the Houston commit. Cameron Boozer heading to Duke next year with the slam.
Boozer attacking. He will head to the free throw line. That's Cameron Boozer.
Chris Cenac with the foul. The Houston commit. Cameron Boozer is just so good in ISO situations. I think they're really going to utilize them next year. John Shire is just in trying to get him as many mismatches as possible with shorter guards on him. The way that he's able to take players off the dribble, and he's got that length and size. He can post up. So we look at Carmelo Anthony taking in the action, watching Kiyan play. And not only Kiyan, but even before the game, you saw how many players come and dab him up. He's been in the gym so many times.
Here's Boozer off the inbound. Goes baseline. And foul is going to be called on Sanak. And it's just one of those situations where as much of a base as Sanak has and did a good job trying to cut Boozer off. Boozer, you can tell he's got a little bit more strength than what Sanak could handle.
Again, we mentioned he played all 4 years at Columbus High School outside Miami. Head coach Andrew Moran just was hired as an assistant coach at Miami as Jay Lucas took on that head coach. He left Duke. And also we had news today, Kingston Flemings, the 5-star former Duke commit, is just decommitted. Jay Lucas was very instrumental in his recruitment to Duke, so many believe that he'll be flipping to Miami.
Boozer gets the free throw, and we'll check out some subs for both sides coming in.
25 points for him.
137. No look to Boozer. 139, 124. Target score of 1.